So when black women get mad that people are calling them whores and hair hats, stop fucking random dudes and wearing weaves. You wouldn't have the title. But instead, you get mad at the title. You get mad at the generalization. But guess who you don't get mad at? Every time you watch a television show and it's a dark-skinned woman like yourself and she's overweight and yelling. You don't get mad that every time you watch a television show, whenever you walk up to a customer service counter, she's a dark-skinned woman like yourself, dark-skinned, yelling and being rude. You've never called any one of those television stations, and I can say this with a supreme confidence. You've never called one of those television stations and said, hey, I think it's kind of fucked up that every woman that looks like me, when I look at them on the television, she's fat and loud. I bet you've never done that. And every time the woman's supposedly sexy and cute black woman, it's one of the mixed ones.
You're Amber Rose.
Yeah, you're Amber Roses. You've never called one of those. You never called The Big Bang Theory when they did it, Seinfeld when they did it. Almost everyone who's done this, the same thing. Hell, matter of fact, did you see the preview to Ghostbusters?
I don't like. I actually do have a problem with that movie, but I'm saying, why is it that all these black women who hate me have not said a word about Ghostbusters? Try to shut Ghostbusters down. Made Ghostbusters complain, but Ghostbusters gotta give an apology. Think about it. If you want to talk about somebody perpetuating a stereotype, making it hard to hire black women, dear, you're gonna have a hard time getting a job after Ghostbusters come out. Wait a minute. There are people who are actually complaining about Ghostbusters to the whoever putting it out. There are.
No, there are people like me who pointed it out. My point is people like you who look like the character. You should be offended.
The people that were offended were actually the fans of Ghostbusters.
Thank you.
Usually men that were born
back
in the 80s, whatever it is.
I'm not trying to be funny, dear. You from what I saw of you, you're a bit maybe on the overweight side, and you're dark skinned. They don't purport you on movies like you're educated, as you're saying you are. Precious, how educated was she? How educated was Precious' mom? You want me to keep going? Women who look like you are not portrayed as you said you are, educated and sweet.
Every Eddie Murphy comedy.
Right, every Eddie Murphy comedy.
No, I am fully aware of this. Black women in general.
Wait. But you guys are fully aware of it, but you believe my YouTube videos are putting fuel to the fire, but not any of these endless shows?
You were somebody I could actually get in touch with.
That's how we affect change, by going after the black guy who's doing it, not the white people who are doing it. I got it. Black men, what you just realized is everything I've been telling you. When your black ass is getting somewhere doing something, they will stand up to stop your black ass. They don't like to see you.
It was because you responded.
No. I'm saying you said, but there are white dudes who literally are on YouTube right now who are making fun of black women who make those racial jokes. That's all they do. They will do skits and hire a black girl to come on their skit to act that way.
Look at
you.
You don't know why? I mean, think about it. Shouldn't that be something they would be against? That they're being portrayed as being violent?
Yeah.
So why are there no pickets to this?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you why I know. You don't picket things that you agree with and like. Just like black men aren't picketing every time they get portrayed in a movie as having a big dick. You're not going to see a bunch of black dudes out there that's fucked up. So if you don't see any black women complaining about being portrayed as violent, you cannot pretend that black women aren't violent. Yeah, go ahead and show me that Instagram photo of you out in front of a studio protesting against it, please. Since you said I.
I wasn't going to say that.
You said I what?
I don't appreciate being portrayed that way, but that also means that those are things that I don't participate in.
What do you mean participate in?
I'm not going to sit there and watch movies or shows where that's what we are. Like,
so white people get the benefit of you ignoring them when they do something you don't like?
I guess so.
Fellas, I've just proven to you again how black men don't get respect. Because a white man, when he does something you don't like, you ignore it and move on to something you do. When a black man does something you don't like, you got to reach out to him. You got to let him know that what you're doing is kind of wrong. You don't allow a black man to just continue to do what he's doing and ignore him. No. Seriously, I've asked people several times, I'm just a small guy. Why not ignore me? And they will not be able to do that small thing, which is ignore this thing that you think is BS. Why? It goes back to what I said earlier.
So can I tell you my reason for reaching out to you?
Uh-huh.
Because you very easily put out an avenue to reach out to you. Like I said in my email, and when you replied to me, I didn't expect for you to get back to me that quickly or really at all.
Every email, every movie, every television show, every Walmart, every Costco has a number or email in which you can reach out to them, just like how I put one out there. Every YouTuber.
You're right. And I have reached out, and I don't always get a response. I've more often than not gotten a response. So you responded. So here we are.
All right. All I'm trying to say is these same people who are portraying black women in the way that they do, they're small YouTubers just like me. There are people smaller than me who've done this. There are black women who are portraying themselves like that on YouTube. I bet you could reach out to Glozell, because that's how I got her. Oh, of course, but you don't know who she is. You don't know any women that are making black women look bad. You don't know them. You just know a black man who's doing it.
I know you for one very specific reason.
Right. And I'm saying you don't know any black women who are doing that. You know not one. You don't think that's amazing that you know me for doing it, but not one black woman who does it to herself on the same platform that I use.
I didn't randomly go searching for you. So no, I don't.
I didn't say you randomly went and searching for me. If something bothered me, I'd like to know more. In order for me
to have known them, I would have to have gone and searched for them, right?
No, you said you did. Wait, whoa. You do know what you just said is untrue based upon what you said prior to it. You said in order for me to get to know them, I would have had to go randomly search for them. Prior to that, you said I didn't randomly search for you. It was brought to me.
Yeah.
Logic. So you wouldn't have had to know them by randomly searching for them. You could have had them you could have found out about them the exact way you found out about me.
My boyfriend told me about them?
Yes, or somebody else. Do you understand you're not going to admit that what you just said doesn't make sense. You're really going to do that. You're not going to admit that what you just said doesn't make sense, that the only way you could have found about other people was to randomly search them when you found out about me by not randomly searching. Are you seriously going to do this to me right now?
Stop. You're twisting my words.
No, I'm repeating your words. I did not twist them. I repeated them.
All right.
No, literally what you said was only way I could have found out about them was randomly searching them. But before that, you said I didn't find out about you by randomly searching you. I don't understand how you don't hear what you just said. I didn't twist your words. I repeated them in succession.
You don't understand what I'm saying to you.
But then don't tell me I twisted your words by repeating them.
Okay, but you don't understand what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying is my boyfriend brought this to me. He showed it to me. We talked about it. That is how I found out about you.
You didn't like it, right? Well, you didn't like it, right? When you first saw it, you didn't like it.
Yeah.
How did I get a second view?
What'd you say?
How did I get a second view?
Because he showed me another video.
So if I pull out my penis right now and show it to you, will you just watch it?
No.
Nope. If he showed you a porno of a horse fucking a human, would you watch it?
Probably.
And if he's saying you thought, ooh, that's nasty, and he came back and showed you another one, you'd watch it again?
Possibly.
So you'd keep watching something that you find disturbing, and he'd keep bringing you something that he knows you find disturbing. That's the content of y'all relationship?
I have morbid curiosity.
Well, then when you think about that, you have, because I'm a comedian, there's several different jokes I could have made right there, but I'm not, but I wanted to. I wanted to, but I'm trying to be, jokes aren't good in some places. Somebody said that was too easy. It really was. Like, I could have said it, but I'm not. The point is, you feel this way, Tommy. I feel this way about it. I don't think that I can change anything. Some of the things you say are correct. You audibly said that. Everyone says that to me. Because you can't walk into a conversation with me and say everything you say is wrong. You can't do that. I set it up to where you can't argue with me on the facts, because I argue the facts. So what people do is what you say, the same thing. Not that what you're saying is wrong, Tommy. It's just how you say it. Everybody makes that same argument. So they concede that I'm saying things that are correct, but their argument with me is how I say them.
Which is a completely subjective argument.
Yep. That was all I was trying to say. That's why you have this group who listens to the same thing about how I say it, and they listen to the facts, not the opinion, or excuse me, not the feeling. And then you have people like you who will hear the facts, but be more overwhelmed by the opinion or the feeling. The fact is, everything I said to you about you, whether it's you share it with the world or you just do it, is a fact. At 26 years old, the average American should not be overweight. But at 26 years old, the average American is overweight. This is a problem. Not niggas online saying offensive shit. But you and I aren't talking about a real problem. You and I are talking about things you saw that you think are offensive. And you believe that they're hurting Black people because it's making white racists more racist, because they're seeing a Black face say things that they want to do in the first place. I'm putting fuel on the fire. And you don't think that when you walk into a corporate setting, being overweight, that you're putting fuel on the fire of how they judge appearances and raises and promotions in these companies. Because if you looked at the stats and you've looked at this, looked at how they do it, they actually do give out raises to women on how they look. Women have complained about that. Feminists have.
Mm-hmm.
But if we know something exists, why are we not trying to educate the people below us to not fall into the same damn thing that we're in? Do you know that some of them white people could just be a smart ass? Because I know white people like making fun of fat people. If you've ever been in a white school, that's one of their mainstays. Look at their jokes. Look at their sitcoms. It's always about somebody fat. So if you're getting them treating you like that, it could be that. But we wouldn't admit that because that's something we're suffering from. So we'll say it's just because of something else that I can't change, like my skin color, not the thing that I can change, which is my weight.
Or my attitude.
Or my attitude, yep. That's why I have a problem with talking to Black women. Black women say they get weaved because Black men like white women's hair and everybody else's hair, so we're trying to compete with white women. And then when we say right behind that, well, the reason we're not choosing you isn't because of your hair, it's because of your attitude. Well, go on and get you a white woman then. Hold on. So you're willing to glue hair in your head and use the excuse of we're making you do it. But when it comes to your attitude, you won't stop and say, well, we'll change that too, since that'll make you happy. Why is it you never hear this group of Black women saying we'll change our attitudes to make Black men happy so we can prove to Black men that you're not choosing us or staying with us, not because of our attitude, but it's because you're dicks and you like to walk off from women and leave them with their kids? Because Black women can't. They're married to this fucked up attitude that they have. They're married to it. They're married to I don't need a man. They're married to it. They love it. They love being portrayed with an attitude because they don't complain about it. You don't see them going around picketing the black women getting portrayed as loud or strong or fighting at the club. You never see black women boycotting this. Why? Dear, if negative images of black women were so bad and they boycott, why aren't they not boycotting whenever black women are being shown as watch what you say to one of them because they will knock you the fuck out? Why is that not one that black women are against?